let's go over the essentials for an early game sphere base. Because decent spheres are difficult to obtain in bulk, we will make our own sphere base that can be autonomous. You'll need to obtain these specific PALs to ensure your early game sphere base has what it needs to stay afloat. Number 1 is Dig Toys, found in the early game desert region, which houses the Anubis Alpha PAL. Catch as many of these as possible, as their headband is what you need to unlock to enable these dig toys to get their mining boost versus rocks. Since this video is based for early game as I am level 22 in this video, you'll need a PAL that is either grass or has grass abilities, as ground is weak to grass attacks. Now you'll need to put all of those dig toys you've caught into your ore base. The location I recommend for a stable ore base is at the coordinates of 8 and -528. As the Chillet one will only have a few ores left after you build in it due to it being in a cramped area. This is the result of the dig toys when you unlock and equip its PAL gear headband. Back at your sphere base, you should make some crushers to help automate your paldium fragments, as those are the most notable ingredient in all of the sphere recipes. You'll mostly be making the fragments out of stone in the early game, and maybe meteorite fragments if you can obtain them. In this sphere base, you'll need mining pals for the stone, so be sure to place some turtles in there too. Tombats work as well. This is all assuming you haven't obtained cake to make your higher level mining pals. Click the link in the corner to be directed to my breeding pal guide to obtain the higher level mining pals and others of similar qualities. Here's a tip. Ensure that you create a storage unit close to your sphere workbench to ensure a dedicated storage for only spheres. This way you know where your spheres are located. For all other storage units, be sure to uncheck the sphere selection. I have a more in-depth video on this in the upper corner. Be sure to have some fire pals at your ore base to fire up your ingots. This way you can simply bring the ingots to your sphere base so it's all ready for sphere making. You want to have the kindling done here and not your sphere base because then there's too much to be transported, as the transport pals will be transporting from the stone pits, wood pits, sphere bench, crushers, etc. Next, you'll need a higher level watering pal to tackle your crushing needs. This is where you obtain an azarobe, as they're level 3 watering and can complete watering tasks twice as fast as level 2 waterers. An electric pal is best suitable to go against this pal, as electric pals will have resistance towards water pals, while dealing bonus damage. If you don't have one, that's okay, as you can simply add an electric skill fruit if you have one. If not, then the fight will be longer and or more difficult. Capture azarobe, and if you have 3 times spawn, capture all 3 so you can add them to your food base. Click the link in the corner for an in-depth video on my food base. Now it's time to gather your transporters. You will want to find the vanworms as they have level 3 transport and are flying pals. Flying pals have an easier time navigating your base as they can fly over objects more easily than other pals. Additionally, they are innately nocturnal due to them being dark pals. After you slot them in, go to or create your monitoring stand and go to their specific work suit abilities. This is where you will toggle off their kindling task and only allow them to transport. This ensures everything gets to where they need to be, which is important because if it's not in a chest, then it's not obtainable through crafting. For maximum automation, unlock the medicine rack at level 23 and create the beginner or higher medicine bench and have a pal with medicine suitability work at it to create the high-grade medical supplies as it cures everything except knockouts. The negative status that work pals will encounter are due to them being stressed. What this means is if there's lack of food or their sanity reaches a certain threshold, such as 40%, they will adapt an injured state that affects their work speed and movement speed. Work speed derives from base tasks, while movement speed involves transportation speeds. Do note that if their living situations are met, as in better food and better beds in addition to hot springs, then their ailments will soon disappear, but that takes a very long time. The medicine is used for immediate healing. Also, bones and horns are purchasable from the merchants. Look towards the base merchant that can be sometimes seen wandering to one of your bases, or the small settlement red coat merchant. Okay, that pretty much summarizes what you'll need to make an automated sphere base for the early game. For an endgame sphere base guide, Click the link in the corner, as this one is very important to have when you get towards the late game. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has helped you out. Check out my PALWORLD playlists in the description for similar guides and/or showcases of many PALs, including the raid PALs, etc. See you soon.